Hello everyone, sorry, there's a new thing from YouTube now. I don't know what I said. I didn't see it, only popped up. It must be only when you're going live now, it pops up. It says about something to do with extra moderator or something like that. I don't know. Well, YouTube's kind of cracked down the last few days on a lot of stuff, I suppose. Particularly in channel moderation, stuff like that. I think a good lot of YouTube creators received an email from YouTube about channel moderation. Basically the comments, seriously. It doesn't agree with the mainstream media and stuff like that, so they have to be annihilated. Don't you know? But I have really very little intention of doing anything to be done, answer. Unless something like extremely bad and somebody pushes the boundaries. You know, as I say. Yeah, I don't know why that. I don't know why that just popped up. Like it didn't pop up earlier on. It wasn't live earlier on, but I uploaded the video earlier on. It didn't come up. So interesting stuff. Bye. Give me a second. Actually, don't give me a second. Okay, that's probably. Where is my headphones? For 2 seconds, please and thank you. Where are they? On the other side of the fucking room. Isn't that good? I'm just gonna wander to the other side of the room. Don't just listen to stuff for a second. Important. Give me 2 seconds. Apologies, sorry. I don't know if anybody. I don't know. It probably might be something funny with YouTube today. I don't know. Is it coming up to them live? Where are we here? What's that? Let me see. I think there might be something up. YouTube. Give me a second. Sorry, I take these headphones off in a second. I was just listening to the voice message though. It should be good. Just checking to see am I disappear. Hello, Fiona. You were asking me about Adrian Gate. I'll talk about that now in a second. Yeah, it is popping up. It just popped up for me. Okay, that's what I didn't know what was happening. So I was just listening to the voice message. Hello, Sam. How are you? Just give me 2 seconds. Right, I'm back. So yeah, Adrian Gate. I don't know just to see. Did you see? Well, you did see it actually because you replied to me. Basically, somebody with a Ukrainian flag off a Twitter profile. Basically said what I said in that community post that I was a shill for Finland. Basically, that I was being paid for by the Finnish government. Hello, I have a new name, Adam. Do you? Uh, you knew. It's a bit. What was it? So yeah, basically they were taking I was being a shill for the Finnish government, being paid by the Finnish government, and Santa's power. I know. I don't mind them. This is the thing. That's why I was just taking as a joke. I put it up on Twitter as a joke. Not well on Twitter, but in the community tab as a joke. Like I don't take. I haven't. I didn't take them serious whatsoever. Yeah, I just found it funny. I honestly think they were serious, because they had the Ukrainian flag in the profile and all that. So I honestly think they were serious because I took it as a joke. I was having a good laugh at it. To be totally honest with you. Because where could they get that idea from? Anyway, Adam, it's been a good while since we. How are you? How you been keeping? We haven't been live as much either, too, so there's probably been less opportunity to stop in because I've been busy with a few things. So. But anyway, hope we keep him well. Hope all is well. I know a lot of people are busy with Valentine's Day. And now before anybody says it. And grand. What's with the new name anyway? What half the name gone basically? What's with that? I don't know what to talk about. I think you must. It's a graphical error on your end. I don't know what to talk about. It's the UFOs. They put up a picture randomly behind me. It's them fucking Chinese balloons that are bringing over pictures here and putting them on the wall. Didn't know if he would find you. What have you been? What did you do? What did you do? What have you done, Adam? What have you done? I knew it was you robbing that bank there in Cavan the other day. I seen two people going with guns and they took out €500,000. I knew you were up to something. Just to say, and that didn't happen. It's fiction. It's like Unsolved Mysteries. You know the way they make up. Oh no, it's not. What was the? It used to be a Pokemon where they would say a fake story, right, and they would say it's fiction or fact. Can't think of what it was called, and there'd be weird stories too. Oh yeah, Betty. Well, we kind of all seen that coming. Eventually, we join. But yeah, sure. As we all kind of know, he will go for the presidency, the next presidential election. So it's kind of a matter of time. Doing the ATM was Jesus. Beautiful. Oh yeah, but that's right up your alleyway. That's right up your alleyway. But yeah, I don't know what to talk about, Adam. There's no picture here. I don't know what to say. I think these UFOs are using I don't know. They're controlling people's minds. That's a simpler way of putting things. How about that? That sounds very good. Well, not good, but as I say, it's just a graphic. I can make all the excuses up today if I want to. But yeah, basically, yeah, it's going to be another few while anyway. The presidential election. It's every 7 years, isn't it? Yeah, 7 years. So It's going to be a while before the next one. Local authority elections and general elections next year. 2024. Oh yeah, Dennis Naughton, the independent TD, where Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael shill. He's always supported Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. He's jumping ship. He's leaving. He's gone. He's not going for re-election in his constituency. He's won and he's legging it. He's out. And also they're giving 20 new places to TD, so there'll be 181 members of Dáil Éireann instead of 160. There'll be 20 extra. Now fuck knows what 20 extra of them 100,000 euro people a year would do. Let's be fair. But we should see what happens. I still have the top of all this. Like again, I have to get back on track and just constantly doing videos again. I suppose it has to be seen. But a lot of Fine Gael now. I talked about in another video. A lot of Fine Gael people are jumping ship at the moment and leaving and saying they're not going for the next election. They're going to do their term here until next year, but they're not going to put themselves forward for another election because they kind of know they're going to be given the boot. Pretty hard by some of the constituency. I suspect that Hella McEntee probably will jump ship too. And a lot of the cabinet too when the time comes. Stephen Donnelly, because I think Stephen Donnelly knows, it doesn't look too good for him. Stephen Donnelly and the rest of it doesn't look good for them. So it's in the best interest to kind of jump ship. But I don't know about Leo. It depends. Especially because he probably will still be the leader of Fine Gael going into the election. Micheál Martin won't be there as leader. Like, it'd be somebody else to be leader of Fianna Fáil going into the election. So, but a lot of them are jumping ship now. There's a lot of them going. There's 20 Fine Gael TDs or something like that. I think jumping ship, as far as I know. Or more, maybe it's less than that. I don't know exactly. Yeah, but Stephen Donnelly, like, he got in the 15th count, wasn't the 15th or 16th count. Simon House, I think, was, I don't know, it was a bit better, the 14th or 13th count. I think it was. It was better than Stephen Donnelly now. Like, nobody wants Stephen Donnelly in at all. So, and obviously Leo got in the 6th count too. So, but particularly Stephen Donnelly again, I think he knows his days are numbered. I don't know about Eamon Ryan now. The people up in Dublin seem to be, in his constituency, seem to be on another planet. And also, Eamon Ryan's gone off on holidays. And comes to Patrick's Day. Hello, Shawnee. How are you? I just seen your comment there on the latest video. It just kind of popped up, even though it was 2 days late. It kind of just popped up randomly. Today, would you believe? I don't know what happened, why it only popped up now. But Xi Jinping didn't like it apparently. The Communist Party didn't like it. Or the Irish government didn't like it basically. Oh, Twitter, nobody liked it. YouTube didn't like it either. No, because it was just funny how it just popped up. And the same with 2 other comments from that video popped up today, just randomly today. They didn't pop up the day before, the other day. They just popped up today. Oh no, it wasn't. It might have been the Shreddy something cat, yeah. Like Simon Harris, aye. Well, let's be fair. We all couldn't assume that Norma Foley won't be there as a TD for Kerry. Let's be fair. I think people in Kerry should cop on a bit and really think about what they're going to do. Would rather, I can't even talk now, but I would rather talk kind of like this than why take a long power grab or something like that in the comments, because I'll make an awful lot of spell mistakes and I just make myself look like a fool. Yeah, so the apologies about that, and there was another 2 people had apologies too, because it actually only popped up there as soon as I got home from work there and home from Tiny Towns around 6:30 there, so it popped up on my phone and I was like, I didn't see these before, even though I was on the YouTube studio yesterday evening and they weren't there, but they just randomly popped up today and I was like, oh yeah, I didn't see that, and that's from 2 days ago, so there's a Toad anyway, yeah, it's a councillor, so we see. We shall see. Yeah, well, the rural Ireland's going to be very harsh on Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael now, when the time comes. And the Green Party won't exist in rural Ireland, it'll be just in the cities. Because people are not very pleased at the moment with Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael. They probably are one, and if they do, sure, look at it. As long as Norma Foley's given the boat, and that's the main thing. Unless they keep over from Philadelphia there, but I feel sorry for them, to be totally honest. Imagine actually sending over a government minister and you send over Norma Foley to a city. You have to be desperate. We shall see anyway what happens. But yeah, I was just talking about Dennis Naughton there again. He's going on the greener pastures as well that way. Any crack? Not much. Not much. No. No, wait, overthrow. Oh no, not that. When we see what happens, anyway, we kind of have to wait and see until next year what happens. I don't know about overthrown. I don't know that work out too well for us. That's Matty Maguire, yeah. Plus Michael Collins, plus Michael Fitzmaurice. I vote for that government. Yeah, but we all kind of can see the writing on the wall. Oh yeah, Sinn Féin's in a bit of trouble at the moment with the election posters. Uh, we shall see. I talk about that this in December. We talk about that in December when the time comes. We talk about all that. Um, hello, I can never say your name. I apologize. I do apologize for. I only see you comment on my latest video there about 2 days ago, and the comments literally only popped up there at 6:30 there. I only seen it at 6:30. That popped up on my phone, so apologies about that. I didn't. It didn't pop up. I literally couldn't see them, so I don't know what YouTube was doing, but they must didn't like what I said or what we said. So you might. We have to see have that. Hello, Davey. Everybody calm down for a second. Any Valentine's messages? No, sadly. But it is going to be all Sinn Féin in the next government. Like the writing's literally on the wall. To be totally honest. Yeah, it's YouTube. YouTube just doesn't like some people. They don't like me particularly, for some reason. And particularly when you talk about China, they don't seem to like you at all. Funny that, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm very well, thank you. I hope you're keeping well too. Bona, again, I hope pronounce it because I'm terrible pronouncing stuff. Like back 2 or 3 years ago was better. Nowadays, I think I just had a brain fit in my head the last few years and just literally cannot say anything now at all. Um, but it is probably going to be Sinn Féin now. My fear is it'll be Sinn Féin, the Green Party, and probably the Labour Party maybe as in coalition government. And that's going to go well. If the Green Party get in again, it's the end. It's literally the end of rural Ireland. If they get their way, it's the end. So there'll be no such thing as coal, and there'll be no such thing as cows. There'll be no such thing as anything. We'll be going back to horse and cart, because that's how literally in my mind wants. But hoping that the Chinese hopefully might give him and mine another job over in China. As a fireman minister or something like that. The Flintstones, yeah, we'll go well in the stone. Stone. We have to get this. We have to go running with the stone and sure look at least there'll be a bit of exercise. We need to have a revolution. We're not good at fighting yet. We're not. Nobody needs to be killed. Nobody needs to be killed. Oh dear, that doesn't sound too good. But yeah, we'll literally be like the Flintstones now. If the Green Party get in the next election, in any kind of coalition or God forbid, if everybody starts voting the Green Party instead of Sinn Féin, well, even, I don't know who's worse, to be totally honest. Well, Jody on Eamon Ryan, I suppose, but I don't know. Like the two parties, I don't know. There's very little difference in the two of them. Eamon Ryan just is forced to sleep a lot. That's the only kind of definition. What? No, Adam. Well, he'd be asleep, so he can't get on his bike if he's asleep. But he'd probably invent the bike. This is probably what the Green Party should do. They should invent the bike that you can press a button and it turns into a bed. That'd be the best thing ever. Imagine that. There's an idea for Eamon Ryan. Somebody contact them and tell them that idea. And they can charge for it too. They can charge, I don't know, €1,000 each for these bikes. They just press a button and it turns into a bed and it goes itself. Wouldn't it be great? You're just going down Dublin City Centre. You're going cruising down O'Connell Street in a bed and you're falling asleep, Well, I think all the buses and now everything's got a lot worse. Because nothing seems to run on time nowadays, apparently, in this country. So we shall see, what happens. What? And Adam, I think you might have took. I don't know what you took before you came in here now. But we shall see. When's digital open? What? Where's the where? Where? That's a good question. Oh, but Dublin Bus is meant to be going on strike. Did they not get a pay rise there during the summer? Did they not get a pay rise? I think that might have stopped them because they got a pay rise. Dublin Bus, because Dublin Bus is a well paid enough job. It's a difficult job now. Some of the bus drivers have a lot to put up with, but not much. You should have a Christmas. Well, hoping, yeah. As I said, I hope to send Christmas cards this year to people and stuff like that. And so we as I said, we could work out something. People send Christmas cards to me maybe, or something like that. But I don't know the party we can see. We shall see. But that's on the cards, but I don't know about anything else. We had to talk about that during the summer now. Yeah, we sort that out. We talked about that in the summer now. But that's on. It is on the cards. You see what I'm saying? The cards. Council. Well, if next year it won't be called council next year. Hopefully, it'll be called. I say nothing more. I say nothing until you hear more. Say nothing until you hear more. Ooh. You have to wait and see until in December. You have to wait. You have to wait and see. As I say nothing until you hear more. How about that? That's a reference for one of the country. You must tell us. Will you tell us? Tell us. Will you tell us that? Tell us the reference case and not now to you hear more. Oh, tell us, tell us, tell us. Oh, tell us, you tell us, and you never skip. You turn the retro. When you won for price now, I don't know if I've won for price to now again. I don't know. I'm sure you've been nearly waiting a century before you become a pilot. You won for the presidency. Especially because you need €500,000 to win for. And you need the backing of local authorities too. You need about tickets. How many? I don't know how many. It's about 5 or 6 local authorities. We have one for the doll. We see how the local. We see how in December. We see how that goes, and we talk about that, and we see about next summer. I thought you said there was one from Mount Rushmore in America. The pictures of presidents of America on the side of the mountain. What they call that? Mount Rushmore. Yeah, this. Abraham Lincoln's on it. Teddy Roosevelt, I think, is on it too. George Washington on it. Quit, wished, no, wished. Say nothing to him off. That's usually always my way. I just say nothing to him about what I'm going to talk about. What time we at? 7:30. Which one? You have to be specific. There's so many at the moment. Uh, as I said at the start of the protest and stuff like that, obviously the community should be they should talk to the community first. So they shouldn't just plop people down overnight into places. They should have communication with the community and stuff. They shouldn't just throw people into places all of a sudden. And obviously, if the community don't want them there, they don't want them there. And that's the beginning and end of it. And as I said since the beginning of this, we have taken in far too many people from Georgia and from Albania and from Ukraine too. We simply cannot cope with the people. We couldn't hope to cope with the amount of people that's coming in. As I said from the start, there should have been a cap. There should have been a 4,000, 5,000 at most. That's all. I think that should have been, that's the line in the sand. No more apart from that. And that's I think that should have been the beginning and the end of it. There's a line in the sand that's not going above that number, and that's the end of it. And all women and children, but again, I understand why people are protesting, and I can see why, because it's very unfair what the government's doing. Oh, you're tipping on Adam now. Right, take the council, Logan. Near Liffey Valley, aye. I know a bit of that area, Liffey Valley in Dublin. Again, sorry to intervene in your conversation. I know you're having a full-on conversation among each other. There's nothing now to you here more. Also, somebody emailed me the other day and suggested that I should ring every councillor and every TD in Ireland and every member of Shannon there on the Dáil and get them to come on a live stream and interview all of them. Say, for example, one day we do fucking Witcher Boy Bout or something like that. Then the next day is, I don't know, Mary McDonald or something like that. And I was like, oh, good God, no. Please, no. So, no, thank you. And talk to 900 councillors. Like, you must be well. That's 900 councillors alone. And then go to Dáil Éireann and the House of Democracy. You'll be here for next 3 years. And especially because imagine having to ring them all and ask them whether they'll come on to a YouTube live stream to talk for about 30 minutes or whatever. And they'd be saying, oh, we'll get back to you. We'll ring you back. We'll email you. Don't worry, we'll email you. And they never do. So you'd be waiting for years to get you back with them. And they wouldn't email you at all. And the reason why, I think you just wanted to get it just to make me suffer, I suppose. As I say, my invitation is open if one councillor or any TD wants to come on. If they wish to come on. Obviously I wouldn't. I asked them very tough questions, basically, so not no interest. They just don't be asked them hard questions. But the offer is there if any of the councillors do want to come on, any councillors in Cavan or anything like that. The offer is there. I don't think he's well. I think he might not want me to be asking you hard questions, especially because I know the tough questions that you're trying to avoid, especially. So, whatever about any other part of the country, maybe they get off with it slightly. But particularly here, I know what they feel, I suppose. I know what they see at night. that sounds a bit dangerous. Oh, tell us where the ref is skating. Now to you here more. Who is this? Will you tell us where the ref was kicks and now? Yeah, that's what I mean. It'd be just basically a waste of time. Like, I wouldn't mind having Carl Nolan or some of them on. Yeah, for an hour or so. Like, if Carl Nolan, I'd like that wants to come on. Or Danny Healy, God forbid. Or Matty McGuire or any of them, I'd be happy enough to host them. Yeah, I heard something about that, yeah. But it's not surprising, like, a lot of them do get convicted of that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, well I don't know the person. Yeah, I don't know much about what you. I've heard about it, but I don't know much about it. Uh, a bit of a I don't know what it is. A bit of a trig or something stuck under my finger. Small trig, but it's a nuisance. You can see the kind of I don't know kind of pip on it. The impact of it. I don't know. Oh God. Oh yeah, well the Netherlands, yeah, it's not going too well for them. Farmers are spraying manure on council buildings and on government buildings and stuff like that. So they're not really taking it too kindly. Let's put it that way. So, and obviously they're everywhere basically with tractors and stuff like that. Still going on, even though it was more covered in the summer, but still going on. So they kind of kicked the hornet's nest, I suppose. So it might not go too well for them, but that's what I'm trying to say. Because it seems like because the worst people to say this straight, if you ever become TDs or anything like that, the worst people to mess with are the farmers. Like, eventually the Irish farmers should go up to Dublin and block all the streets in the main city, like in Dublin, around government buildings and stuff like that. Just block them with tractors so nobody can move in or out or anywhere like that. I'm not saying around hospitals or something like that. Don't do that. But around government buildings, just to annoy people who work on the civil service and who work in private industry and stuff like that, just to kind of blockade Dublin, because again the farmers are the worst people to mess with because they can just block up the whole city if they want to. Last time they went up with the tractor should have caused chaos in the city. Nobody could go anywhere. So the worst people to mess with, the farmers. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Eamon Ryan is pushing them to the very brink. So and you don't want that. You don't want them blocking up the whole country. You know, if they block the ports, take for example, if they block Dublin port, and blocked all around Dublin city centre. Like again, as I say, not around hospitals and stuff like that. Obviously, be very an emergency. Like take for example, fire station or something. They don't do there or like that. But just to basically cause disruption. Peaceful disruption, not like going into people's cars and pulling them out and start beating them or anything like that. Nothing like that. But you know. Just blocking streets and stuff like that just to annoy the government because again there were so many of them that time when they went up to Dublin the guards couldn't stop anything or do anything. It's the same in Cavan. At one stage last year, it was only for an hour. The farm was kind of locked around the town. But they did that quite recently too in Aldi and Lidl out there in Cavan. About egg prices, they were not happy with that. They got their wise in the extra few bob in sales of eggs. So they kind of stopped people from going into Lidl and Aldi and stopped delivery lorries from going in and out. So, farmers are the worst people to mess with, that's what I'm trying to say. So it's not recommended to piss them off, basically. 1 second. Have me sausages. Yes. I put on a few sausages for me. So, have me sausages. The farmers keep it all tipping over. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, 105%. They keep the whole show going. 105%. Where am I here now? Give me 2 seconds. I need to find myself. Yeah, that's okay. Sorry, I was just looking at email stuff there. But yeah. Yeah. No. But yeah, so I think we might leave it there for tonight because there's not really much else needed. I just came out to say hello. I might have another video up later on. I have another one already with code and stuff like that from earlier on. Well, not from earlier on, from the other day. So I might just put that up tonight. Get it done. There's no just to say there's a new video on BitChute too. If you get a chance to look at it, it's a bit long. It's about 10 minutes. So if you have a chance to look at it at some point in the week or whatever you can, it'd be greatly appreciated. It's not going to be on YouTube. So have a look at that if you have the time or if you wish to. So yeah, I think that's about it. There's nothing really else to mention or to talk about. So well, any blah 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 blah. Anything else before we go, Viz? Any other last comments of the night? Everybody's gone quiet now. I presume nobody has any other comments for tonight before we go. Anything else before we go? They don't be saying to me now, what do you think about the UFO and all that? So yeah. So anyway, but look, listen, that's all from me, I know, tonight. So enjoy the rest of everybody's Valentine's Day. I hope you've had a good day or have a good night or whatever. If he's going out or whatever. I know some people are going out tonight for Valentine's and all that. So enjoy if you are, I suppose. That's what I'd say for the moment. But yeah, so I go. Take care, everyone. One thing. Night. Take care. Thank you, everyone, again for being here. I appreciate it as always. So good night, everyone. Take care and enjoy. I just to say before I go. I possibly might be live Thursday, just to say. So keep an eye out Thursday. Definitely won't be live tomorrow. So take care, everyone.